in Ghana. Maurice Ampal is a lawyer of 25 years standing, and he's here to talk about divorce, annulment, and marital rights in Ghana. Mr. Ampal, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kafi.
Good to see you.
I'm so excited.
I'm happy to have you here.
Yeah, definitely. I'm also so excited.
This is your field.
Yes, definitely.
Most of your cases are...
I'm the family law expert and the land law.
Okay, so family law...
Family law expert. So when it comes to... Currently, from here, I'm going to court. I have about 3 divorce cases.
3 divorce cases?
Before the divorce matrimonial court 2. So it's starting from 11:30.
Okay.
So
what are the age ranges of people who are getting involved in these divorces?
We have so many ranges from 25 to 72.
Okay. What are the reasons? Why?
So many various reasons. You know.
What's the most common reason for divorce?
Common cheating.
Okay.
And then financial pressures, economic difficulty that couples face in terms of maintenance. And then we have others too as a result of the ability of the couples to understand that marriage it cannot be problem free. So some of them cannot stand the problems and then they leave. Disrespect a lot.
When you say cheating, is it more on the men's side or the women's side?
Both, but the women, women easily forgive men when they cheat, but the men
don't forgive.
No. And you see, it's how the woman, what caused that woman to cheat? You know, women don't cheat just like that. They have a cause. There's a reason, and if you find out the reason, that is what will make you angry, and you decide to leave the woman. One is marital married women being influenced by some men of God, some men of God, especially this prophetic men of God who tries to advise some married women that look, this man is not your husband, and then this man's husband or husband family is having a lot of has been bewitched by your in-law, a whole lot of stuff, and at times these men of God also engage in what we call romance fraud. You know, especially when they realize that the woman is well resourced, and then they will try to put pressure on the woman to divorce the wife. The husband, so that they can take advantage, and these things are marriage counselors too are also responsible.
Marriage counselors are also responsible for divorce.
Yes, a lot. Because you see, if you're a counselor, you don't give one formula. You counselor, you make choices. You give people options. So you don't come and say that, look, the only way a marriage can succeed is respect your husband or be nice to your husband. It will not work. Because if me like this, I'm very romantic when it comes to in bed. But outside, when you hold my hand, I feel uncomfortable. I don't do, I'm not
public.
Yeah, public. I don't even want to hold my wife public. I'm working with you. I'm that type. And also when I come home and you start, baby, I say, hey, I think you are trying to flatter me or you want something. So me, my own is when I come home, how high?
How was your day?
How was your day? Be strict.
No baby business.
And I don't communicate a lot. I don't like communication in marriage. I don't like communication.
So everybody's different.
Different. Some men too, this is what they want. So you don't come and say that, look, the best way you can marry a man, or if you want your man to love you, communicate. It's wrong.
So this relationship shows are disturbing people.
They are disturbing people. These marriage counselors. That's why they are suffering. You see, they become so rigid, they give one formula, and then they come out to say, if you don't do B, that's the end. But there are people, I can tell you, there are married couples who have been there, and there's lack of communication, but they've stayed for 40 years. But once there's no communication, there's peace.
Let's go to some definitions now. What is the definition for divorce? On the customary side, ordinary side, Islamic side.
You see, anything that has a beginning has an end. So when there's going to be an end in marriage, it comes in 2 forms: death, do us apart. So upon the death of one partner, it ends the marriage. Then the other one is deliberate effort by which a party initiate a process to bring a marriage to an end. So when it comes to the customary marriage, when you marry under customary, there are customary ways by which you can initiate divorce, and it can come from both sides, both spouses. So the man decides to divorce the wife, you inform the wife's family, and then you take the necessary steps. In Ebri, there's a group of people both families will meet. They will meet, and then they will call the parties, and then they will lay their complaints and their allegations. When they try to resolve their differences and their differences cannot be resolved, then they decide to do what we call settlements of properties. Like if you have something against the person, if one have taken something, return it. And then at the end of the day, they do what we call the pour powder whites. Usually, like, go, you are free to go and marry. That's the traditional way. So it cuts across. So many customary law and practices have their various means by which they dissolve their customary marriage. And customary marriage can be dissolved by the family. Not the man of God. No man of God can dissolve a customary marriage. Okay. But under the marriage ordinance, section 41 has given the court the power to also divorce customary marriage.
Okay.
So customary marriage can be dissolved by the family and the court.
Okay.
So these are the two means. So if you don't want to go to the court, then you can go to the family and it is dissolved. But if you don't trust the family, you can quickly go to the court straight without engaging the family.
Is there a cost involved when you go to court? Do you pay money?
My God, it's very expensive. If you don't engage the service of a lawyer, it's very frustrating, very expensive, somehow expensive, because you have to file the processes, and then because you don't have lawyers, you don't know the technicalities involved, how the reliefs are being processed, and then the technicalities, you end up delaying the process, and it can cost you a lot. But when you engage the service of a lawyer, some lawyers take 30,000 Ghana cedis, 60,000 Ghana cedis, some of them 100,000 Ghana cedis, depending on the properties. So it's very expensive to engage in divorce. And normally, the court, when it comes to the marriage ordinance, that one, there's a strict rule. If your marriage is no more than 2 years, you cannot initiate a divorce process.
You have to be married for at least 2 years.
2 years.
Before you can divorce.
Yes, and that one, you need to go through 2 years. And if you think that there are exceptional circumstances, every rule has an exception. So if your marriage is less than 2 years, then you have to go and seek leave, meaning go to the court. Tell the judge that, my lord, I'm married to this man, but less than 2 years, what I'm going through, if you allow me to stay in this marriage, I can't survive. Therefore, give me the permission to file my divorce. Then the court will grant you the permission. So when it is less than 2 years, the court will not allow you to file a petition under the ordinance. And then marriage and the ordinance can never be dissolved by the family.
Yeah, it has to be.
Definitely. So definitely you have to go to the court process. And the court process, you need 2 years after. Then you file your divorce. And that one too, I can tell you, currently as I'm going to the court. Look, there are some divorce matters that is more than, my own is about, I have one, today what I'm doing is almost 4 years, 5 years.
They've been trying to get apart for 4 years.
Because you see, technicalities involved. The lawyer will try to play delaying tactics, and then at times the issues are at stake, and at times the court is choked. You know, there are so many divorce cases that judges in a day, currently as I speak today, the judge is having about 7 to 15 hearings. And every hearing can take 2 hours. So there's so much divorce cases pending before our courts, and our judges are getting tired.
So those 4 years that have taken place between the starting of the process to where it is right now, what happens to the couple? Are they together? Oh,
some of them decide to abandon the process and then go and marry. And then some of them abandon the process and then reunite. That's what happens. Yes.
You have reunification.
We have a situation whereby I'm doing a divorce with another lawyer. We were so angry at each other, calling each other's names. No, the couples have decided to reconcile behind us.
Reset.
Reset. And even the man have put the woman in a family we know, impregnated the woman. And they both stopped coming to court. And
you guys were
going to court.
Oh, and then, what kind of crazy that is?
One day, they just said that, your client is not coming. And you know, every court day my client will send me my transport. But she was pregnant. And then we go, and then the lawyers will try to tell my lord, there's a delay here, there's application here, and we're being paid. Until one day, the judge saw the woman who was pregnant at around the station, and then engaged the woman. And then one day when we came to court, they said, Alampa, where is your client? I said, oh, my client, my lord, he's sick. He said, I don't know what kind of sickness. I said, oh, I don't know. Well, when I found out she's pregnant. Now, when I called the woman, I said, "Your person, lawyer, you see, my husband forced me." I said, "He didn't force me."
You are lying.
You're a liar. So now what is happening? So we wanted to tell you, but it's as if you lawyers were bent on doing
the case.
So we will find time.
So what happened? You withdrew the case?
Oh yes, definitely we have to file and discontinue the matter.
But you were getting paid, so no
Yeah,
problem.
definitely. But can you, our clients were fooling us.
Completely.
So that's why when it comes to divorce matter, the court is very, very critical. Because it's not the best interest for the parties to divorce, because it has so many legal economic implications. Therefore, there are strict measures. You need to prove these allegations, why you want to divorce. You need to prove through evidence, and the court must come to a conclusion that the marriage has broken down beyond reconciliation. That is the only grounds by which.
What is the most unusual reason somebody has given for wanting to divorce their spouse that you have heard?
I did a case involving one pastor who is a member of the Otabes Church. He was a branch pastor at Dansoma. And the wife came to me. That time my chambers were at Dansoma roundabout area. The wife came to me and said that he wanted to divorce the man of God. And I said, how? Give me the reasons. The woman was not giving me the reasons. He said, I'm not more interested. Then asked me my legal fees and fully paid. I tried to be outrageous with the fees just to discourage him. I gave something beyond what we had. And he paid without asking for a reduction. Then I intentionally brought another impediment. I said, look, there is, apart from this, it will take 6 months. He said, no problem. And then the woman settled all else. Then I filed a petition, served the man of God, and the man of God came to my chambers and said, lawyer, this is not professional, but I decided to confront you because I hope I'm a man of God. I'm come here. I'm speaking as a man of God. Please, my wife is not being truthful. I still love my wife. So this is not the first time she has initiated this divorce case. She initiated 2 years time. You say, I beg you. So please hold on. Then I said, but the woman have paid for all the family fees and everything. They said, please, I beg you. So I held on and I called the woman. The woman said, no, lawyer, don't allow my husband to come to the chamber. It's unprofessional. I'll report you for misconduct. I said, no. The man came trying to seek reconciliation. He has not engaged himself as a lawyer. So the woman said, I should go on. I filed the matter before the court. And then the man of God was saved. He went to Otabel. Otabel referred the matter to Pastor Morrison. They said that he's the one responsible for the resolution. Now, when we started, the judge was not ready to grant the divorce. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Then the woman said that the main reason is that she's no more in love. And the judge said that that is not enough for the dissolution of the marriage. Because under the 8 reasons, I'm not in love, it's not part.
What are the 8 reasons?
1, there should be desertion. That's the party have deserted you for 2 years. Infidelity, disrespect, unreasonable behavior, and others. We have about 8. So the judge was also trying to do adjournment 1, 2, 3. And one day we came to court, and the woman accused me that he suspected that I'm in bed with the other lawyer. So I told the judge, my lord, if you can grant. Then the judge said, Mommy, give me 1 reason. And if you give me that reason, today I'll get the divorce. Say, look, if my husband holds me, I don't have any feeling. I get dry. I don't enjoy. So I can't have sex. And for almost more than 5 years, I've stopped having sex with the woman. And that was the grounds.
For the man?
Yes. So the judge said, this is the court grounds. It means sexually you are not active. Therefore, both parties cannot punish each other. Then a divorce.
So sexual inactivity can lead to divorce?
Later on, I realized that it was the ex who was behind the whole thing. Not knowing also for Mami, ex has returned from Canada. And he was the one financing
the whole divorce. After
the resolution, not that 3 months, also Mami is away to Canada with the ex. That is why this X factor is dangerous. If your ex is alive, pray for 2 things. 1, that your wife will never see your ex. 2, you should leave
the world.
Yes, because once your ex is alive, it's a threat. It's a threat. There are so much. Look, I went and comfort 3 married women, and I intentionally asked them. So imagine if your ex father is dead, and they invite you to the funeral. Will you go? They said, yeah, we will go. I said, it's not in Accra, maybe Kowu. They said they will go. Then I said, why? They said, oh, there's nothing wrong. It's my ex. We've not quarreled. They realized that, hey, they are still in love. They have something going. Why should you have a link? So this X factor is one of the reasons. Yes.
X factor. We'll give you a chance to give us a call. The number will come up on the screen pretty soon. You can send your call through to our lawyer, guest here, Mr. Maurice Ampao. We're looking at divorce, annulment, and marital rights in Ghana. We haven't talked about Islamic marriages. What are the procedures there for divorce?
Oh, with that marriage, that would the major one is that a woman per the Islamic religion cannot call for dissolution of the marriage.
She cannot?
Yes. It is initiated by the man. So it's the man who initiates, and he can make it oral or just tell you that it's over. I divorce you. Yes, like that's that. All. So in the presence of witnesses? Yes, witnesses, or even yes, telling you the woman that I'm no more interested. The woman can do it with the consent of the man. So the woman cannot initiate. But in all, Islamic marriage is subject to the Section 42(1) of the Matrimonial Courts Act, meaning the woman or the man can go to court straight and file for dissolution of the marriage. So regardless of the procedure at which you can dissolve your marriage under the Muhammadan law, the parliament law is supreme. So when the Islamic religion, there is dissolution of the marriage, the procedure is said that the man must initiate, at times with the consent of the woman, without the consent of the woman. But the woman needs the consent of the man to initiate, and there are processes in all those things. But the law is that every Muslim woman or a man can go to court straight and then file for dissolution of the marriage under the Marriage Ordinance Act.
What is separation? You hear sometimes that before divorce there's like a separation. Is it bound in law?
No. Ghana here, we don't know what we call separation. It is the British. Ghana here, separation it has no legal effect. It is something from the parties. Oh, let's separate. No, the court doesn't recognize separation.
So it's not. No. In law in Ghana.
The court, either you are divorced or you are married, together. You're together. So if you decide to separate, it doesn't amount to desertion too, because it means that both parties have agreed that to give yourself space. That's what. But in law, it has no effect at all.
What is an annulment?
Annulment is a process whereby the court come out to say that you are not married at all, but your marriage is illegal, void.
What are the reasons or the grounds for annulment?
You are married under the ordinance, and then you decided to go and marry another woman.
Okay.
So it becomes in law bigamy. And then so the court will say that marriage is null and void. Okay. So you go and annul the marriage. So
but customarily, there's no bigamy because you can marry more than one.
Yeah, definitely. With customary marriage, yes. But when you married under the ordinance, then your marriage can be annulled if it is proven that your marriage was contracted illegally or against the law. Okay. Then annulment takes place.
Have you come across a case where there was an Islamic marriage where the man had more than 4 spouses?
No. It's against the Islamic law. They will not.
So if you had 5,
they will not officiate it at all.
Don't officiate. Okay.
It will move from Islamic law to customary law, customary marriage.
Okay. How about if you marry and you're not able to have sex with your wife? Can she call for an annulment?
Yeah, definitely. The moment you get married, one of the ingredients that makes the marriage valid is consummation, meaning sex. So the moment you marry and then you don't have sex, then that woman is not a wife. So indirectly,
what is she?
It's your Christian brother or Christian sister. Christian brother and sister says we don't have sex. So if the moment you don't have sex with your partner, then it means that you are not married. So the woman can call for the marriage to be annulled because there's no sex. It's no marriage at all. So that's the main reason where sex plays an important role. And then sex is crucial. If you deny the man sex too, he can go to court and file for the dissolution of the marriage. And then you have to also understand that currently the law also endorses what you call marital rape. So the fact that you haven't penetrated a woman
Vaginally?
Yes, but a woman
both ways.
cannot penetrate a man. A man is not you can't penetrate a man. Where? So it is the woman, it's the man who penetrates. So
what do the British people know that we don't know?
We need to also. So for example, if you're a man and a young girl decide to hold you, and then maybe even sit on top of you, he has not penetrated you. You or rather.
You will be.
But why did your thing decide to stand?
It's an automatic reaction.
Reactions. Then now is penetrating you.
But there's no thought in there. Erections have no.
You can go and report him for sexual assault. You succeed, but don't go and talk about rape.
Okay.
Sexual assault. He has assaulted you.
It's a technical
thing.
Okay. All right. So, what's the process for annulling a marriage in Ghana?
Oh, you just go to court. You file application for annulment and give grounds that maybe you married. The man is impotent. The man did not tell you that is impotent. Deceit.
That is why when I was doing my counseling, the Catholic priest asked my father whether I was impotent. And my father was shocked. He said, well, he's not impotent. And then when we were going, he said, are you impotent? And I said, no. So that's the reason, right?
Yeah, that's the reason. So that's more. But Karen, the cafe, there's a trend that if you are not very careful, a lot of marriages will break down.
Why?
And that trend is what is happening right now.
What is happening?
And currently, most of our married women, are not disciplined enough. And when it comes to a marriage, they are not disciplined enough in terms of the rate at which married women are cheating. Is so alarming. They cheat with ease and with some flair and some swag. And the cheating has become like a fashion. So you cheat, I cheat. I had a situation whereby this man have come to decided to confront me, and he want to divorce the woman for cheating. And then we try to reconcile the party. When we met the woman, the married woman, do you know what the one said? He said, now also cheating, I'm cheating, I win the body woman. He said the man cheated. So also, what called a woman now? The one was bold enough. And this thing is coming from this social media hype. Where now? Can you remember those days? It's difficult for you, after having sex, to tell somebody that you have had sex. You try to hide it because sexual relationships are confidential. But today, our women are coming out, and I will have to women who me, and I went on him and I'm able to I swear, he had sex with me. Women now can boldly.
What do you think is causing this?
I don't know. It's like they enjoy
social media, right?
Social media.
TikTok?
I don't know. But women can now say that, swear, I'll curse you.
If you didn't have sex
because gone are the days, when we were bad boys, the guys are the ones when they chop the thing, they will come and say, Charlie, I chop him. You know, that kind of thing.
Were you a bad boy?
Very, very bad boy. Very, very, very bad.
But you're reformed now, hopefully?
Yes, by God's grace, I have changed, but not. God is still working on me.
Working on you. I work in progress.
Work in progress.
We take phone calls now for Mr. Maurice Ampao. We're looking at divorce, annulment, and marital rights in Ghana. Albert is on the line. Albert, good morning.
Good morning to you all.
Yes, sir. What's your question?
I really don't have a question. When I was watching the show, and I would say, thank you to lawyer and yourself. The only thing I wanted to say is that I do not agree with the lawyer when it comes to when you have an ex who still stay in contact with you with the married person. I do not agree with it. I feel like those are based on moral principles and relative to who the person is. So I was calling just to say that I do not agree when you have an ex and person is still friends. Because I tell you, I'm married. I'm married for 10 years now, okay? And I'm in Ghana for some few weeks, okay? I have an ex here, all right? We started way back in secondary school, right? I have zero feelings for this lady. However, I'm a good person. So when I come down, I just check on her and her family. It doesn't mean that when the opportunity comes, I'm going to go have sex or whatever with her.
All right.
So I do not agree on that part with the lawyer.
Okay.
That part I do not agree. But everything that he's saying regarding how women could cheat and how it's easy for women to do all of that, that is true. However, it's based on moral principle and the person himself or herself.
All right, Albert, I guess you're a super disciplined guy.
Yeah.
All righty, man. Thanks a lot.
You see, you see, every rule there's exception. You know, at times you can have exceptional person like him.
Like Albert.
Very disciplined. But how many men?
Most men are not disciplined.
Can you imagine your ex calling you that these days my husband is not providing for me. I'm sick. I need money. This Valentine's Day, where will you take me to? Can you imagine your ex?
It's a temptation.
And that is what our ex have been doing. And men, if you give the men opportunity,
they will misbehave.
And you see, let me tell you, when your ex call you, what kind of conversation will you engage in? It will end up.
So it's risky.
It's risky.
All right.
So no case is the same. But let's start with this principle. Those property that you acquired before marriage, you should be able to separate it from the matrimonial properties.
Exactly.
And then those property that you acquire during the course of marriage, the question mark will be that did you acquire it jointly?
Okay.
If it is jointly,
then
you share it.
Okay.
But if it's not jointly, then each party must prove its or her interest in the property.
Okay, let's go to officer right now. 0543-664-264. Marital issues, divorce, annulment. Officer, good morning. Officer, put your TV volume to 0. There's a lot of feedback coming through the TV.
What I'm saying is that
yes.
What
if the manhood is too big for the woman? Is it a ground for divorce? Oversized penis.
Oh, oversized.
Is it
no.
No.
You see, a woman should be able to take whatever the size is.
Yeah, I read somewhere that the vagina is a potential space.
Yes,
you should be able to expand.
Woman should be, and then the man, you must be very moderate in penetration. Don't harm your spouse.
So a big penis is not a grounds for divorce?
No, it's not a grounds for it. That's why you need to pre-check the kind of penis you are going to take home.
Who is pre-checking?
Pre-checking, there are two ways you check. Either you taste it or you try and go for a dating, go to a sport, dance with the man, use the buttocks to treat the man. As you are treating them, you know the things that is carrying.
It's kind of an evaluation.
Yes, this is a practical
evaluation.
Yes, you try to treat us. As you treat them, you'll be weighing.
Okay.
And at times, occasionally, when you sit down, you're talking, you hit the tie like this, then something like this, you can know.
You can test. All right. Kwame Shaibu is on the line. Kwame Shaibu, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're talking about divorce and annulment and other rights. What's your question?
Mine is, I wanted to do some question. Good morning.
Morning.
Muhammadan, there's nothing called Muhammadan. We have Islam. Islam was not named after Muhammad, so it is Islam.
Okay. Islam marriage. Okay.
We take it.
Okay, we take it.
Okay.
Was that your question?
No, that's my question I want.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Islamic marriage.
Okay.
All right, no wala. Okay,
thank you very much for the question.
So we've talked about property distribution. What about if the couple don't have any children? You said children are really important for divorce.
Yeah, when
they don't have children.
No, it's easy to go.
Okay.
The divorce is done without the children. But you see, it's always very important for the court to determine who is at fault. It's very determine the kind of alimony, the package you get. And men must also know that you can go to court and be compensated. It's not all the time that women are compensated. Okay. If you can prove to the court that the woman is more resourced, yes, in terms of is well-to-do than yourself, you also apply for the court to grant you alimony.
Generally in Ghana, who tends to get the custody of the children? Generally,
the women.
Women tend to get the custody of the children.
More, because you see, the children are more closer to the woman.
Not all the time.
Not the time, but most of the
times.
So they are very close. But most of the times, when it is the girl child there
wants to go to the daddy.
No.
To the woman.
Girl, yes, the woman.
Yeah, okay.
And a boy child can go to the daddy because see, the girl child, when the child is very young, who the man? How can you take good care of them?
Okay.
And you have fathers abusing their children.
Exactly. So we want to prevent that. We're going back to the lines. 0543-664-264 GTV marriage annulment. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. What's your name? What's your comment or your question?
Yeah, my name is Julius.
Julius.
Yeah.
All right. What do you have?
I want to ask a lawyer question. I want to know if you are married and you have a misunderstanding with your wife and then she packed and leave and decided to go after different man. Well, that person used to be your judgment, but what are the way forward for the man?
So the man has a disagreement with his wife. The wife packs off and leaves, and the next thing he hears, she's with another guy.
Rather, you have to thank God. You have to thank God that this woman packed peacefully, and you also have evidence that he has gone to taste another man. This woman, there's no way out. You have to entertain this woman. It means that the woman for so long has left you, because it takes so many years for a woman to physically tell you that I'm gone. When they leave you, you can see from the signs. You will see that the signs were following the woman was not enjoying the man, picking quarrels here and there. So when a woman is cheating, these signs flow. They disrespect, they don't enjoy you. So please move on. Move on.
She move on.
Move on. Move on. And you see, the signs. Valentine is coming. Valentine is coming. Red lights. Now, every married man, monitor your wife from this week. Don't allow your wife to take any Valentine gift from any man, apart from the family. No Valentine gift from the pastor. Any pastor who calls your wife up from 10, 11, 12 a.m., comfort the pastor.
Pastors have been giving Valentine gifts?
Yes. Some pastors, they use Valentines to chew our wives. Some pastors.
Chupa.
Yeah, chew. Proper chewing. So Friday, they will declare all night. Valentine's Day, you are asking somebody's wife to come and do all night. You see the thing? So the red light is that any married woman should receive a Valentine gift from the husband. And then you must go out with your wife. You get me right? Apart from somebody who's closer in terms of your brother, your sisters, your family, close family relationship. Don't accept any chocolate, any gift from the opposite sex. It's dangerous.
Very dangerous. Let's go to Michael, who is not dangerous. He's on the line. Michael, good morning. Welcome. Michael.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're live.
Yes. Okay. I want to ask a question.
Go ahead, brother.
Yes. In some jurisdictions in the world, okay, there's what you call no-fault divorce.
No-fault divorce.
No-fault divorce.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter the reason for the spouse wanting divorce. So once one spouse says, hey, I don't want the marriage anymore, I want divorce, okay, the court accepts that no-fault divorce, and any reason that the spouse gives, okay, is what it is. And
you want to know whether we have no-fault divorce in Ghana, correct?
Yes.
Boss, do we have no-fault divorce?
No. We in our courts, the lawyers even are enjoined under the Matrimonial Causes Act to take steps to reconcile their parties under Section 8 of the Matrimonial Causes Act. Lawyers have the duty to ensure that when the parties come before you, you take steps to reconcile them. But when it comes to social marriage, the law says that under Section 10, 11, it says that you, the judge sitting there, don't grant divorce if, one, you are not taking evidence on the allegations and inquire into them as to whether they are true or not. And then you are satisfied that based on the allegations and based on your inquiry and based on the fact that these people are satisfied the 8 conditions, then you can grant.
So no fault divorce in Ghana?
No fault divorce.
Let's go to Ajewa. Ajewa is on the line, 0543-664-264. Ajewa, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your question, Ajewa?
My question is, I'm going through a divorce right now.
Okay.
But it seems that my ex-husband is trying to manipulate my kids' upkeeping money. In terms of the kind of money that he's supposed to keep, he's trying to manipulate it and trying to cut down their money, because at first I used to, cook for them to take to school and all that. And I told him that the kind of money that he gives for their lunches, for their upkeep money, is not enough for me to be giving them lunch to school.
Okay.
I told him about this, and he said he's going to pay the lunch money, then he's going to cut down the outfit money. And he did. He cut it down so drastically that right now, seriously, I don't know what the constitution say about it. So what do I need to do about that one too? Okay,
so you're still going through, the divorce is not yet complete?
Yes.
Okay, so what does she do? What does the Yewa do? The man is cutting down the money.
If you have a lawyer, tell your lawyer to file a formal application for maintenance, pending suit.
Maintenance pending suit. Okay.
For the children. And then what the court will do is that the court will let both parties file what we call affidavit of means. Meaning you, the woman, must come out and tell the court your income and your expenses. And the woman too, the man too. So that the court will now depend on the evidence before and then make a reasonable order as to how much to be paid.
All right.
Because you see now, the maintenance of children is the responsibility of both parties.
Exactly so.
Now we have moved from, since Beijing and then equality before the law, the women are saying that they are equal.
Yeah.
Why, now when it comes to even paying school fees, there should be equality. Now, school fees, when I send my child to school A and I can afford, and you want to go to school B and it's expensive, then you have to add. So what you need to do now is tell your lawyer that you should file maintenance pending suits, and then file your affidavit of means, and then prove to the court that you need this kind of money to maintain the children. And the court will grant it.
All righty.
Once it's granted, if you fail to do so, it will be contempt of court.
Where else can you get free legal advice but on GTV Breakfast? 0543-664-264, our consultant, Mr. Maurice Ampao. Good morning. Is it Elvis on the line?
Yeah, Eddie Collins.
Collins, what's up? What's your question?
I have two questions.
Go ahead.
Okay, my first one, to me, sex is nothing. We have a sister love. So
sex? You didn't say sex is nothing?
Oh yes, to me, sex is nothing.
Okay.
Because if you, the white people, if you travel outside the country, a white lady can come to you. Mama, I love you to go and fuck me.
Please, we don't understand. We don't use this kind of graphic language on GTV Breakfast.
Oh,
okay?
Sorry.
You can say have sex.
Sorry.
Okay?
No. To me, sex is nothing.
Okay, who told you that?
Oh, to me, women, listen, in especially Africa here, men, before our former president, Lawrence time, men have more advantage than women.
Okay.
But now both have more advantage.
Okay, what is your question? We're talking about divorce here. Sex, yes, but we're talking about divorce and annulment. Do you have a divorce and annulment question?
Oh, me, now, I'm not married yet.
But sex is nothing to you. Sex will be something to you when you get married.
This is a free-for girl. He's enjoying
my
sex
wife takes me to divorce court. Divorce court too. So right now my marriage is in cancel.
You're not married yet?
Oh yeah, but I have a girlfriend.
But sex is nothing.
Oh, to me now.
It's nothing.
Oh, to me now, it's freedom of marriage.
Freedom of marriage. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Then taking good care of your children.
Collins, we need to sit down and have a chat on this whole issue one of these days. But thanks a lot, Collins.
I understand where it's coming from.
Where is it? What do you understand?
No, what he's trying to say is that he sees sex like, look, it can be commercialized and pay as you go, and then
it's not a Momo service, man.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. He's trying to say that he has problem with marriage. He has divorced, and therefore, young Konkwan. Do you know what is young Konkwan?
Let's go.
Young Konkwan, meaning he's no more serious.
All right, let's go to Irajua, who I know is quite serious about her question. Irajua, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Chairman.
I like the promotion. Thank you.
So
what's your question?
My question is, my husband is very promiscuous, and I've caught him on several occasions. And just last week, I went to the hospital. I wasn't fine. Went to the hospital, and I was diagnosed of pelvic inflammatory disease.
Okay.
I came to him. Doctor asked me to come with him for treatment, and he's refusing to go. And I think this is my second time of going to the hospital and being diagnosed of the same problem because of my husband. And now I'm thinking, is this a reason for me to file for a divorce? Because he is simply not willing to stop his womanizing. And it's really costing me, and I think my life is on the line. So I really need advice on what to do, the next step to take.
Okay.
Really confused. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for calling, Mr. Ampao.
This is a very difficult situation. A lot of men are engaged in multiple sex. But what you need to do is that please try and find the nice way to manage the man. You know, either you stick to him wearing condom and the double one. You should wear the very expensive one. You can even buy it for wear the expensive one, or try take him through counseling and deliverance session for free for him.
This is good grounds for divorce, though.
Yes, girls.
She feels
definitely, because
she feels threatened.
Disrespected. You know, a man who always engaging in multiple sex here and there. Some of men are so irresponsible that they even have sex with all the girls in their neighbor. That kind of. There are some men who even bring their sidekicks home. That kind of disrespect for men. You can go. It's a grounds for divorce because his life is at risk on a health wise. So men do cheat, but responsibly. You know, if you want to do responsibly, everything is moderation. Moderation. But how can you go and have rock sex with multiple women and endanger the life of your wife? It's irresponsible behavior without even using protection. So this woman, the court will grant the dissolution of the marriage.
All right, 05555561030. Is it Mahama on the line or Amma? Amma, greetings.
Greetings, Tenka. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm doing well by God's grace. Hope you are also very well.
Ade like my name. What's your question, Amma?
My question is childlessness grounds for divorce in all the marriages legally recognized in Ghana?
Good question. Is childlessness grounds for divorce in the customary, in ordinance, in Islamic marriage?
Yes, in customary, it's a grounds.
In customary?
Yeah, customary is a grounds.
Okay.
With Islamic, I have not done a lot of research there, but it's a grounds, especially when it's proven medically that both parties, there's no way out. Then it means that you cannot continue to be with a person who cannot, so the court will...
But is childbearing the only reason for marriage? Some people marry for companionship.
But if the man purpose for marrying is to look for procreation, then it means the two are not compatible.
Is it a grounds in ordinance marriage?
Yes, definitely. It's a grounds, yes, definitely.
Really?
Yeah, it's a grounds. You can go and sit. Because if not, what is going to happen is that the man will marry you, but you cheat. And then go have side chick, and then have other...
But what if it's the man who cannot make the woman pregnant?
Then the woman too, you have to leave. You can also leave. So it's both sides. It's both sides. Some will say that, look, I can't, so let us have a way out. You know, these days, they have the sperm bank.
Sperm bank?
Yeah.
Okay.
You go there, and most of the young men are making a lot of money.
They're shooting and selling?
1,000 cedis.
Per shot?
Per shot. So instead of doing masturbation, why don't you go
and masturbate into a bank?
Yes, and get 2,000 instead of doing betting.
Instead of betting. Amina, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great, Amina. Assalamu alaikum. What's your question? Yes.
Yeah. I want to find out about an issue concerning marriage.
Okay.
A Muslim marries their wife under the Muslim
law
marriage consent.
Yes.
Then after that, he goes into perform the ordinance with the wife. Later on, the man goes in to marry another woman to come and add to her. What is the consequence?
What's the consequence?
That man has committed bigamy. He can be arrested and jailed for 5 years.
Okay. Yeah, once you go into ordinance,
the moment you go to ordinance, I've changed the marital status. Now the marital is not governed by the Islamic law, but now governed by the marriage ordinance. And then it is 1-to-1. So the man cannot go and engage. Even he cannot even he has to
dissolve the ordinance.
The Islamic marriage before he can do ordinance marriage.
Okay. All right. Interesting. So that's bigamy right there.
Yeah, bigamy. And I'm using your platform to call for Parliament to abolish the bigamy law. It's a cake. It's not helping at all.
The 1 man, 2 wives.
Yes. Why should somebody be in prison because he has taken another wife? Because the Western world, we are against gay and lesbianism, and then they are saying that it's normal. But when I married another nurse and I want to enjoy another man, but then I have to go prison prison for that. This bigamy issue should be raised. So because if you stretch it, a lot of men will go to prison. Because a lot of men are married underground. You know, they have their ordinance marriage there, but they have side chick.
Which is a kind of low-key marriage.
Low-key marriage, you know, and it's creating problems. So let's come out and confront this issue of bigamy. You see, let's reduce it to maybe a fine, or let's find a way, a means, and say, look, our tradition accepts polygamous marriage.
But Abraham had like how many wives? He had enough.
Yes, so that
Isaac too.
Yeah. So if somebody goes to marry and want to marry another woman legally, why should that person go become a criminal?
How about the women? Can the women not to marry like more than one?
No, per our tradition, women are not prohibited. They are prohibited.
Why can a woman marry two women?
Because, you know...
Jealousy from the men?
No, not just jealousy. The question is that who is responsible for the pregnancies? If you have 2 husbands, 3 husbands, and everybody is having sex with you.
We have DNA these days.
No, you see, men by nature, we don't want anybody to come to our space. You know, men by nature, we are egoistic and I don't put it. It's like
we like monopoly.
Monopoly. You know, so a man will not allow anybody to come to his space. And then, you know, women too have a problem. Emotionally, they can't handle 3 men.
Women can't handle 3 men?
Yes, but men can.
Are you a woman?
No, but I know. Because, you see, women, when you are making love to them, they open up and they mow and they tell you all things. But only few men who mow. And it is, when I see a man mowing, I look at the man and say, oh, you have a problem.
But how you will see him?
So men make unnecessary noise. You're having sex with a woman and then you see them making noise. And you know, in some part of the world, it's a crime.
To moan while you're having sex?
To make noise. Noise making. So it's called sexual nuisance. And this thing is affecting our sleep. And it's creating problem from the country. Sexual nuisance. It's sexual nuisance. You are having sex and you are screaming and shouting. What is that for?
It's happiness now.
We need to arrest all those people.
Scored a goal.
They are spoiling our children. You know, you go to a compound house and then the sex sounds is giving you. I want mommy say yeah, say, and then some of them cannot even discipline their bed. Their bed is making tuka. What kind of life is that? Because our children need to be protected. You say you live in a compound house. You live in a single room. You know if you allow the children to sleep. Yeah. Then when you're having sex with your wife is shouting.
Okay. Is it grounds for divorce though?
You can report to your wife.
We can report for noise pollution.
Yes, sexual nuisance.
Listen, before we go, just
and then obscenity. You are spoiling, debasing, and defiling our children. Our children are listening to unnecessary sex sounds, and it's spoiling them, and corrupting them.
Quick brief answer before we go: is domestic abuse a grounds for divorce?
Definitely, seriously.
Okay. What should people know about mediation or counseling before filing for divorce?
Oh, please don't go. These days, most of our counselors are not qualified. Ghana is the only country where people call themselves, they give titles. You know, counselor, they don't have certificates. And then to Ghana, the title has become cheap. Professor, you go to people are buying doctorate degrees here and there. So most of these counselors are not qualified. They are not competent. They are not trained. You need a legal expert. When you want to go and divorce, go in for a marriage law expert. Don't go in for a counselor who doesn't know. And the men of God are limited. They don't know the marriage law. The marriage law is not governed by the Bible. The Bible has no business to do with our marriage. The Bible is only for counseling, and the counseling is limited. The only law governing the marriage is the marriage ordinance, the constitution, and the domestic violence. And these are law experts. We know the law. So a lot of pastors don't have any business to talk about marriage. They don't have any business.
You could actually become a good counselor because you have your legal background.
Solid. Me, when I counsel you sleep.
Mr. Maurice Ampao,
I did for you.
Talking for us on the issues of divorce, annulment, and marital rights in Ghana. Next week, you're going to be here, God willing, and we're looking at property, wills, and intestate succession in Ghana.
Powerful.
It is going to be.
You are doing well.
But you are the man.
You are doing well. Yes. I also love you.
People still don't. I wonder why you are still here, man.
Oh no, I love Ghana. You know, you want me to go and do this in Togo? I cannot speak French, so for day here make I get vibes. You know, that I suspended my political movement because you see, everywhere I go, when I go to politics, I create problem. When I come to marriage counseling to So you want me to cook coffee?
No, you were there for us. We need it for our show.
Thank you.
All right, Morris Park, lawyer, 25 years standing. We've talked about marital issues, divorce, annulment. Next week, we look at property, wills, and intestate succession in Ghana. Remember, before the show started, you were wondering, wow, is that rapping ever?
Yeah.
That's the guy who did the rapping ever. It's called Wallace.
I saw him sitting down there, the way he was relaxing.
Yes.
And the music.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. What's the name?
There were so many. There was...
No, what's his name?
His name is Wallace.
Wallace. And is he performing this Valentine?
Well, Valerie is in control. She can make him do anything.
Man, well, that guy is good. That guy is good.